Candidate for Oregon Governor Chris Dudley today released his plan for reforming education. He wants tutors for slow readers, full funding for charter and virtual schools, and eventually full scholarships for high school seniors to attend Oregon colleges. In our Campaign 2010 coverage tonight, KOIN Local 6 reporter Mike Donahue questioned Dudley about that plan.
You would encourage the state to come up with some kind of exit exam for high school seniors. What would happen if they failed that exam, but they still had enough credits to go on? What would be the point of the exam?
I think the idea is that you make sure that they don't fail it, and you make sure that they hit the hurdles, and you work with them and catch it before that, so you're not pushing people out into the system that aren't prepared. And it's something I talk about in third grade. When you look at education and you look at evidence-based science of ways that you can meaningfully impact education, two ways that come through loud and clear are emphasis on pre-K, and the other is making sure that kids who are in third grade do not go to fourth grade without the ability to read.
This afternoon, Republican candidate Chris Dudley released his plan. News Channel 8's Keely Chalmers talked to Dudley about what kind of changes he would make. Keely?
Laurel, Dudley's plan calls for an investment not only in the students, but also the teachers. He says right now Oregon's K-12 system is ranked 43rd in the nation, and that is unacceptable. Taking physical education off the chopping block, just one of gubernatorial candidate Chris Dudley's goals in his education plan for Oregon. Dudley says at a time when many school districts are cutting back on PE, the state needs to find the funding to keep it in the schools.
We have an obesity problem and diabetes problem in our state and in our country, and it's PE is something that we cannot afford to let go. We have to figure out how to keep that in place.
Dudley's plan also calls for increased funding for professional development for teachers and incentives. For example, he wants to give a tax break to the state's top teachers to work in low-performing schools.
Right now in the state of Oregon, 40% of teachers quit within 5-year period. They transition out of the business, and that is something that costs our state between $40 to $60 million a year.